Asterisk asterisk why millions of Chinese people eat dinner alone. Together asterisk asterisk here's the image that started everything for me. A young woman sits at a tiny folding table in a studio apartment in Chengdu. She has arranged her meal with real care, a bowl of asterisk mala tang asterisk, Chinese letter Chinese letter Chinese letter, literally numbing spicy hot soup, a side of rice, a sweating can of cold milk tea. She adjusts her phone on a little tripod. She hits asterisk live asterisk. And then, while she eats her dinner alone, 2,000 strangers watch her do it and type things like, "Slow down, you'll get hiccups," and "That looks so good I want to cry," and "I'm eating the exact same thing right now in Harbin." This is asterisk G rain chai fan asterisk, Chinese letter Chinese letter Chinese letter Chinese letter Chinese letter, eating alone. And on Chinese short video and live streaming platforms, it has become one of the most quietly enormous cultural phenomena of the past several years. Let me take you inside it. Asterisk asterisk, the loneliness that dare not speak its name asterisk asterisk. To understand why this resonates so deeply, you have to understand what living alone in a Chinese city actually feels like. China urbanized faster than almost any society in human history. Hundreds of millions of people moved from villages, where multi-generational households were the norm, where mealtimes were genuinely communal events, where the question, "Have you eaten yet?" Asterisk nai chai lama asterisk, Chinese letter Chinese letter Chinese letter Chinese letter, is the standard greeting, basically the Chinese equivalent of "How are you?" Into cities where they often live in a single room, far from family, with colleagues who are still basically strangers. The meal is enormously culturally loaded in China. Food is love, care, relationship, history. A table with one pair of chopsticks on it carries a specific kind of weight. Restaurants in China are almost always designed for groups. Portion sizes are communal. The menu assumes you will order several dishes and share. Sitting at a restaurant table alone used to feel, to many young people, genuinely embarrassing. There was even a widespread habit of holding a phone up as a kind of social prop, pretending to be on a call or waiting for someone, just to avoid the awkward gaze of the waitstaff. So when live streaming platforms and short video apps gave people a new option, something interesting happened. Asterisk asterisk the live meal as a living room asterisk asterisk the format is simple. You film yourself eating. That's the core of it. But what happens socially around that simple act is fascinating. On platforms like Douyin, Chinese letter, which you probably know as TikTok's Chinese counterpart, though Douyin is a distinct ecosystem with its own culture. And on the live streaming giant Q issue, Chinese letter, literally fast hand. Solo meal videos and live eating streams have attracted massive, loyal audiences. Some streamers eat quietly and just let the sounds of chopsticks, soup, and ambient city noise fill the broadcast. This genre even has a name borrowed from Korean internet culture. Asterisk asmer chai fan asterisk, the sensory pleasure of hearing food being prepared and eaten. Others are chatty, warm, almost like a dinner table companion you can summon at will. The comment sections during these live meals are genuinely touching. Viewers coordinate, "I'm heating up my noodles, wait for me." Someone will describe exactly what they are eating 3 cities away, and the host will say, "Oh, good choice tonight." Regular viewers greet each other by username. There are inside jokes. People ask about each other's days. There are relationships being built here, real ones, over shared bowls of nothing in particular. Some hosts become almost like a beloved neighbor. Their regulars will notice if they look tired. They'll ask if the host has been getting enough sleep. They'll send small virtual gifts, digital flowers, animated dumplings, that translate into tiny real payments on the platform. Not because the content is spectacular, because presence is the content. Asterisk asterisk the word that explains everything asterisk asterisk, there is a phrase that floats through Chinese social media conversations about this phenomenon, and once you hear it, you can't unhear it. Asterisk pingtai pei chai asterisk, Chinese letter Chinese letter Chinese letter Chinese letter, the platform eats with you. Companion eating. Not just watching someone eat. Eating asterisk together asterisk, mediated by a screen. The concept of asterisk pei asterisk, Chinese letter, accompany, keep company with, is important in Chinese social life. You asterisk pay asterisk a friend to a doctor's appointment. You asterisk pay asterisk your parents as they age. It implies active, caring presence, not passive observation. When people describe these streams as asterisk pay chai asterisk, they are saying something specific. This is not entertainment exactly. This is company. And company, for a huge swath of China's urban young adults, is something genuinely in short supply. Asterisk asterisk, who is actually watching asterisk asterisk, the audience skews younger, late 20s and 30s, and disproportionately female, though that varies a lot by platform and by the specific host. A significant portion are people who have recently moved to a new city for work, students in their first year away from home, or people who are going through quieter, lonelier chapters of their lives after a breakup, after a demanding work stretch, after the kind of exhaustion that doesn't have a clean name. Some viewers are very explicitly there for the meal companionship. Others are there because the rhythm of it, the normality, the domestic scale, the sensory satisfaction of watching good food eaten slowly, is calming in a way that polished entertainment is not. It asks nothing of you. There is also, it should be said, a dimension of food envy and inspiration. Viewers pick up recipes, discover dishes, learn about regional cuisines they've never encountered. A Shandong viewer watching someone in Yunnan cook with flowers. A Beijing office worker watching someone in Guangzhou eat late-night asterisk, shao cow asterisk, Chinese letter, grilled skewers, and deciding to find a grill cart before bed. The meal stream is also a culinary document of China's staggering regional diversity. Asterisk asterisk, the meal that became a format asterisk asterisk, what started as ordinary people eating alone, has, of course, spawned a whole creative ecosystem around it. There are polished production accounts that do elaborate solo meals, carefully plated, beautifully lit, with ambient music, as aesthetic content. There are comedic takes where the host dramatically reacts to every bite as if each dish is changing their life. There are wholesome country-style accounts where someone in a rural village films themselves eating simple home-cooked food, and the urban viewers in the comments express a kind of tender nostalgia for a slower pace of life. And there is a subgenre that is almost conceptual art, the truly silent meal. No talking, no music, just the sounds of a real person eating a real meal in a real room. Thousands of people watching in silence, nobody performing anything. It has an intimacy that is almost startling. Asterisk asterisk, what it reveals asterisk asterisk here is what I find most interesting about all of this when I step back. In most Western countries, eating alone is unremarkable, maybe even preferred by many people as a moment of peaceful solitude. The anxiety around it is far lower. But in Chinese cultural context, where meals are so fundamentally relational, choosing to eat alone is not just a lifestyle quirk. It's a kind of rupture with expectation. And the way millions of people have filled that rupture, not by forcing themselves back into communal eating, and not by pretending they're fine in solitude, but by building a new hybrid form of togetherness through a phone screen, says something true and human and quite beautiful about adaptability. People need to eat. People need company. When the two things come apart, people find creative ways to bring them back together. The meal hasn't changed. The chopsticks haven't changed. The longing for the table, for someone to say, "Have you eaten yet?" and actually mean it, that hasn't changed either. The way of answering it just looks a little different now. So here's what I want to ask you. Does your country have something like this? A tradition or a new internet habit where people turn ordinary solitary moments into shared ones? I'd genuinely love to know. Tell me in the comments and maybe share what you had for dinner.